Hey, how's it going, Sanjay? This is Jack here. Appreciate the phone call that we had this morning. So here's that video analysis that I promised. So in this video, I'll just go over what I can see as a search marketer, provide some further insight, and then kind of look at some of the keywords that we could potentially go after, and then how we would go ranking you for those keywords, all right? So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website and see what's been working for you in terms of your SEO. What I can see right off the bat is you have a lot of organic keywords and a decent amount of organic traffic, just not a lot of referring domains and backlinks pointing to your website. This is going to be an issue because the number of backlinks and referring domains that point to your website has a direct correlation with authority on your website, and authority in turn plays a huge role in how highly you rank for the keywords you want to rank for, as well as how quickly you rank for them, as long as the authority is there. Now, in case you didn't know what a backlink or referring domain is, it's basically any website out there on the internet, Sanjay, that links back to your website by a hyperlink. So what I mean by that is, for example, if there's a blog out there that's called the calibrationblog.com, and we reached out to them and said, hey, would you be willing to do a piece for us? And then in the new blog post, they talk about, hey, like if you're looking for the best calibration services on the East Coast, check out femto.scientific.com. And so if the person clicked on that link, it would direct them directly to your website. So just in the fact that that blog actually has that link that points back to your website is actually tracked by Google, and Google uses that information to build the authority on your website. So basically right now, you're sitting at 20 referring domains on 32 backlinks. It means that there's 20 websites that have 32 links pointing back to your website. We want to shoot for closer to about 300 to 400 referring domains on about 1 to 4,000 backlinks. So we're going to do a lot of kind of outreach and that kind of thing to really start having other websites start talking about your website, and to show Google that you are an authority in the space and you deserve to hold all the different keywords and all the different rankings that we want to go after for all the different keywords we want to capture. Right, so if you don't have enough of these right here, enough referring domains and backlinks, in Google's current algorithm, you're just not going to rank highly enough for all the different keywords, because this is just a huge part of Google's algorithm right now. All right, so what I want to do next is I want to kind of highlight what kind of keywords that we're currently capturing right now, and what we could potentially go after. So femto scientific, you rank for the #1 spot, which is fantastic. This is absolutely something that we want to rank for because it's your brand name, right? It looks like pipette calibration service. Looks like it's on the 8th spot. So we definitely want to make sure that you're on the 1st spot for this, because you know, pipette calibration service is right down your alley, right? The calibration services, another one, that's 200 searches, and you're on the 10th spot. So just to tell you statistically, the first #1 spot gets about 35 to 55% of the search traffic, right? And then it kind of trickles down from there all the way down to like 5 to 10% for the #10th spot. So we just want to make sure that these keywords right here that you're ranking on the #8th and 10th, the good news is you're on the 1st page, which means that Google's giving you credit for these pages. Now we just got to continue to build the authority on the website and do some of the on-page SEO stuff that I was talking about, so that you can rank on the #1 spot in the top 3, and then you're going to get a lot of traffic just in doing that. This one's not relevant to your website. ISO 17025 pipette calibration. I don't know if this is actually something you want to rank for, but dry ice maker. So at this point, besides the services page, most of the traffic that you're getting are actually to specific product pages that you have. So you see how it's all your product pages, your product, pipette calibration service. Oh, Gibson pipette calibration. That's a decent one. Lab thermometer calibration services. That's one actually might be a pretty decent one to go after as well. Scientific scale. So I know you were talking about how you were going to expand out to products soon, and the good news is actually a lot of the keywords that you're currently ranking for, like a centrifuge repair, or not centrifuge repair, that's actually for repair. A lot of the products right here, like femtometer or Ohio's Pioneer, like you're already ranking, like you're on the 2nd page for these kinds of products, and it has pretty decent search volume, and they're very specific keywords, so they're very buyer intent oriented keywords. So these are the kinds of keywords that we would help you to continue to rank you for. So you're on the 23rd page, 23rd spot right now, right? We will just continue to work on our SEO efforts, and so that you start ranking on the first page in the top 10 for these kinds of keywords. So the product portion of your website, of your business, is something that we could absolutely focus on, along with the services portion and the repair portion of the things that you provide here at Femto Scientific. Right. So here's some of your competition and some of the keywords that they're going after. Now, because this is your competition, I just want to know from your perspective, Sanjay, exactly which keywords kind of make sense for you to go after as well. So you can see these guys really capture the pressure gauge calibration thing, torque wrench, process validation, OQPQ. Is another one that they rank very highly for. And so if that's something that you want to rank for, that's absolutely something that we would help you rank for. So normally when I do these kind of keyword research and do these video analysis, Sanjay, I'm very familiar with the keywords that we want to capture. But in this instance, because I'm just so unfamiliar with the calibration, with the computerized systems, validation, prevention, quality assurance, that kind of thing, I'm gonna need a little bit of your help in terms of what kind of keywords make sense for us to go after. So when I hash out the proposal, I'm gonna send you just a huge keyword set, and from there you just let me know what keywords make sense for you to go after. That way I'm not just kind of playing around with maybe this is the keyword that you want to go after, and I can just send you the list. And then once we figure out like a top 5, 10, 15 keyword set that we want to go after, then we can move forward with all the SEO and starting to rank you for those kinds of keywords. All right. So here's another one of your competitors, ThermoWorks, and boiling point calculator, ThermoWorks, ThermoPop, chicken temperature. It's kind of random. pH meter. Okay, so it looks like ThermoWorks just has a lot of like other things that bring them traffic. Let's see one more. So Tromner.com. So weight set, weight calibration weights, Talboys, lap frames, hook weights, Henry Tromner, calibrated weights. So all these kinds of things. It just kind of depends on vortex mixer, weight sets, weight standards, hook weights. So it just kind of depends on what kind of keywords. What I did was I also typed in calibration, and I'll send this list as well. So monitor calibration, calibration curve. If any of these actually make sense for you, what I recommend doing is just kind of bolding it or highlighting it or putting an X next to it, whatever, as long as I just kind of understand which keywords are relevant to your space. I also typed in HPLC thermocycler, pipette calibration, thermometer calibration, this kind of thing, and see if that kind of makes sense for your keyword that you want to capture. All right. So I'll wrap it up there in terms of the keyword research. The last couple of things that I want to show you in terms of your on-page SEO is what I meant right off the bat right here. This phone number, this right here, they're not click to call, right? So if I had a smartphone, if it was a click to call, then I would be able to tap on this, and then it would direct me directly to the phone dial, and I could call you that way. Same with an email. We want to make sure that's an email that's clickable. And then you have your address right here. I would recommend for local purposes that you have a local map listing right here. It just helps you show up the local listings. The get a free quote thing, I actually didn't even pay attention to this until we brought it up. But this is the kind of thing that we could potentially have on here. But if you're getting a lot of leads this way, we might just want to keep it as is, because this actually carries over to all the pages, and that's the kind of thing that we need to do. So it looks like we need a couple of things on here. We also need some social signals. So if you have like a Facebook page and you don't have one, we need to build that out. Obviously, we can take care of that kind of thing. We want to build out a LinkedIn, a Twitter, potentially an Instagram. I don't know if I do an Instagram. A YouTube would be definitely ideal. Not necessary, but ideal. This is careers, contact us. You got your head office right there. You got your address. I would have like a hours of operation as well. That would be good. Get to know us, clients. These are all great. So yeah, the other thing is I would just have more content on your website. because Google. So right now, this is about, I would say, about 1 to 200 words of content altogether on your homepage. Content is just another thing, along with the links that I was talking about earlier, the backlinks, is just another thing that very, very highly impacts the authority on your website. And authority, like I said, in turn affects your ranking. So we want to make sure that we have more content, especially because your homepage is ranking for a lot of keywords, and we just want to make sure that we just have enough content. Even if we have to build out content, like right here, like these, all of this looks really good, and you have these pages, R&D and all that, but just like on here, like maybe in the middle page, we just need more content, or at the bottom, we can talk about a little bit more, just so that Google can pick up on the content amount that you have on your website and give you more credit and more authority on your website. And then we can layer in some of the keywords that we want to capture, so that when people search up things like calibration services, pipette, that kind of thing, then we can rank for that phrase as well, right? The last thing I almost forgot to mention is making sure that you show up locally. So when people are searching up for scientific, or non-scientific, calibration services in a local area, you show up in the Google Map pack. So if I searched up, where are we located? Where are we? So this is just straight up New York. New York calibration service. Let's see if you show up on the local map pack. So there's really no one that's on the local map listings. Let me do this. Okay, so we do have this listing right here. So you do have a Google My Business page. It's just having a hard time. Oh, it's New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. But I mean, also New Jersey Calibration Service. You probably want to rank for that, right? Femto Scientific. And I don't see you. There we go. Femto Scientific right here. It's on the second page. So we want to make sure that you rank for that kind of thing as well, because New Jersey is your main headquarters and head office location. Do you have, I don't know if you have multiple locations. That's something that I would want to talk to you about as well. But I'll wrap it up here, and then I'll have that pricing sheet out to you, as well as that large keyword set for you to go over and just kind of mark the kind of keywords that are relevant to your space, all right? So I appreciate it again, Sanjay, and I look forward to talking to you soon, all right? Thank you.